Greetings everyone, Zannrath here, welcome back to Everlasting Summer. And I told you guys I would make a video more frequently about this. Anyways, let's go ahead and pick up where we were last time. After escaping from the nurse's office and all that stuff. I don't think we ever joined a club, so, you know, whatever. I entered last. There weren't too many free seats. There are a few free chairs next to or near Elisa across the canteen, but I'd better starve for a week or two than risk my head near her. There was also a seat near Ilyana, but I'm not into traditional Chinese whatever crawls cuisine. Finally, a free chair near Miku. Looks like I'll have to pick my poison. I think we're okay. Let's go sit with Miku. She didn't want to kill us or anything. You mind if I sit here? Oh, hey, we did. Oh yeah, sure. I mean, no, I don't mind. I mean, yes, you can sit here. I sat down. Look, it's buckwheat today. Do you like buckwheat? Buckwheat and chicken. I don't like chicken. Well, not that I don't like it. I like chicken. She's gonna give me her chicken. But if you ask me, what I prefer, what would I prefer? Say stroganoff beef or ragout. I don't know what that is. No, maybe just a hamburger or a rump steak. Do you like rump steak? I guess she likes beef. I'm not that picky with my food. Oh, and if you guys notice, I increased the text speed, so yeah, solid. And that's a simple truth. 48 kopecks. Leningradsko. Ice cream brands popular in the late Soviet Union. Okay. Oh, is that so? But the desserts, you know, there aren't really good here. They aren't really good here. I like ice cream. Do you like ice cream? Wow, this girl's like off the wall crazy right now. Just like, I love 48 kopecks and Leningradsko. Oh, sorry, I keep talking about myself. Maybe you like Eskimo better? Is that another kind of ice cream? Dinner was starting to get on my nerves, thanks to such company. Oh yeah, I guess it really was pick your poison, huh? And I'm not a kind of person that can just ignore someone who's talking to you, even her. I understand the feels. We're behind the same table after all. You know, I once bought a waffle cone and started eating it, and then you know what? I found a screw in there. A real screw. Can you imagine that? Or was it a screw bolt? I don't really know. Screws are those that you tighten with screw nuts, and screw bolts are those that you drive with a screwdriver. Yes. If there was a speed eating contest going on, I would probably be in the top 3 winners right by now. Right, I'll be going. Bon appetit. I guess we're French too. I got up and headed outside. Miku was saying something, but her words drowned in a crowd of loudly dining pioneers. I went out and sat on the stairs, waiting for dinner to settle down a bit. I just sat there and watched night falling. Everything is so lively here during the day, kids laughing, yelling happily, fooling and running around, constant chatter, games going on, and swimming on the beach. But after dark, man, I am like tired right now, and I'm like dropping the ball on reading. But after dark, the camp changes exponentially. Yeah, it does. Sounds of day were swapped with silence, only now and then broken by crickets chirping or a night bird. The camp was going to sleep. It's like the sun is like not even setting yet. In every shadow you could see things. Maybe a ghost or a spirit of the forest or a wild animal. Human being would be the last thing to expect. This is how it looked last night and now. Locals follow their routine very strictly. In the day, camp was theirs. In the night, it belonged more to the forces of nature than to humans. Someone touched my shoulder. Ah, a ghost. I looked back. It was electronic. I'm surprised I didn't freak out. Let's go play cards. Cards? Yep, I made a new game. A good one. Good? Like what? Well, first you got to find the cards, then I'll tell you. Then you go find them. What's the problem? Only Olga has them, and she won't give them to me. Why so? Well, the last time when Olga and Slavia went out on the porch. Olga, Semyon just wanted to ask you about a possibility of getting playing cards. Actually, for what purpose? We invented a new card game. No, not we. You did. What game? I need the cards to show. I don't like this. Well, if Semyon is with you, then perhaps it's okay. To be really honest, we'll go fetch them together, Olga. I'm gonna guess if I say this, I'm gonna like get points with her. So I don't know. I guess why not? Gotta be a nice guy. Can't just let her walk off in the dark alone, right? Because it's nighttime evidently. If you don't mind, sure, let's go. We headed toward my cabin. My cabin. Oh yeah, because it's Olga's cabin too. Roughly halfway there, Slavia stopped. Hey, I just remembered, cards in my cabin. Ooh. Good timing. Good timing. And where's that? It's just down the road. Let's go. We reached the cabin that, in fact, looked more like a trailer. Just wait here a moment. I'll be back. It took her a few seconds to come back. There. She showed me a deck of pretty worn out cards. These must be marked in and out. That's unsportsmanlike. What happened to fair play? Tell me about it. It's hard to cheat when you don't know the rules. Let's go? Let's go. On our way back, I decided to try and find out something. How long have you been here? In this camp? About a week. I see. And where did you come from? I'm from the north. That's it. A cold north. She looked at me and smiled. Siberia in the north? It's cold there, right? I guess all of Russia is pretty cold. I think. Looks like nobody in camp is inclined to answer even the most innocent of my questions. I tried to approach from another angle. And what do you like? What do you mean? Well, your hobbies? Oh, I like nature. Oh, what a cop-out answer. Strange. She's not very talkative today for some reason. Nature, I see. Want to become a natural historian? More like a normal historian. I was always interested in our nation's history. This would suit her well indeed. It appears that among all the locals, she was the only one who had nothing to hide. That means she has the most to hide. What if she got here just like me and simply could not trust anyone enough to tell? Oh, hey, that's an interesting question. What if everyone in this pioneer camp is just like us? That's the next level. That means we're in purgatory, right? Like, yeah. I tried exploring the ground. And why did you choose this camp? I didn't. My parents got a voucher for me from their work. Another fail. Well, if you could choose, it's nice in here. I don't think I could choose some other place if I could. Here, it's like you're becoming another person. Oh. It wasn't how I saw it. What do you mean, another person? It's just that there are so many possibilities. You can learn so much, meet so many new, interesting people here. Oh yeah, I've met so many interesting people here. Now she started to sound like our chief. This raised a red flag for me. Take a sip there. I decided to stop with the questions for now. We came back. Olga told Slavia, I just remember that the cards were in your place. It's okay, we got it. Good. Slavia and Olga, why is she the only one that has a last name? Right? Is she the only one with a last name? Maybe. What inside? I was going to follow, but someone grabbed my hand. Uh-oh. Elisa. Her gaze sent a shiver down my spine. Not a nice one. You want something? I asked carefully. Or, you want something? You're gonna play this stupid game? Yes. Something wrong with that? Nope, nothing. She was turning to leave, but then suddenly looked back and smiled. Uh-oh. So you play cards? A little. I couldn't figure out what she wanted. So only Durek? And that's it? Durek? Card game popular in the USSR, similar to President. Is that another card game? Or talking about the president? Does Russia have a president? Or is it still a... I think it's president, right? It's not a czar anymore. As if you're a poker star. Well, yes, technically. Then you don't have a chance. Why? Because. So you know the rules? Of course. Well, then you'll have the upper hand. I couldn't see why would we go on talking and monitored motioned towards the door. Why does she keep looking like me like this? Why do you keep trying to leave? Oh, she wants me, huh? Or something to do with me. Maybe she wants my kidney. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Let's bet. Uh-oh. What do you mean? This was a slow poke. The cards, what else? I will bet my Dark Magician for your blue eyes. And what do you want to bet on? That I'll win. That's quite a possible outcome. I agree calmly. So, are you afraid? No, I'm not. I'm not big on bets when I'm not sure about my chances. And you're not big on risking, too. Such an observation. I'm impressed. Right, then No, you're not. What else? I sighed in exhaustion. She started to annoy me with her rubbish talks about pointless bets. Do people say rubbish outside of the UK? I always thought that was an English thing. Uh-oh. If you won't bet with me, I'll tell everyone that you tried to seduce me. Is that really a bad thing? Like, can you blame a guy for trying to, like, hit on a girl at camp? Is that really that bad? I don't know. What? What you heard? What you heard? I'd imagine her doing this. She's blackmailing me. Don't be stupid. Who's gonna believe you? I've been here less than 2 days, besides. Wanna try your luck? Right. And what will happen if I win? I won't tell anything to anyone. Uh-oh, she knows our secret. That we secretly play children's card games. And if I lose? Slowpoke mode again? I guess she plays Pokemon. I'll tell everyone. Oh, I'll tell everyone you try to seduce me. I told you already. Wait, so if we don't bet with her, she'll tell everyone that we try to seduce her, and if we lose, she'll tell everyone we try to seduce her. Huh. So you're telling me now that I have to work to prove that I didn't do something when I didn't actually do it? If that's what you like, if that's what you want it to look like, not a simple decision. On one hand, it was stupid to agree. I didn't know the rules and gambling wasn't my thing. On the other hand, she could really turn my life into hell. Then again, can I even trust her? She can do it even if I win. That's very true. This is like a lose-lose for me. So you made a decision? I was going to answer, but then suddenly Lena came around from behind me. What? Nothing. That face and that nothing kind of didn't match. Lena hurried inside. No! She was supposed to save me! Tell me about Gone with the Wind. So? I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. You know what? Screw it. We're doing it. I may regret it 100 times. We gonna play a game? Like, is there a mini game in this? Fine, I'll do it. She smiled. But if I win? But if I'll win? But if I'll win? Yeah, all fair, no cheating. Elisa turned, went up the stairs inside the canteen. Why am I doing this? Because she can set me up regardless if she wants to? Since she decided to anyway. I let out a heavy sigh and followed her through the door. Inside, everything was ready. A few pioneers stood here, and they're chatting. Tables moved out of the way to make place for players and spectators. Oh, wait. So there's gonna be witnesses. That means, well, I guess never mind. She probably could have. I mean, she could have said that they did it outside. Like, I could have tried to seduce her, before the card game. Whatever. I looked around. Something was going on in a far corner. When I came closer, I saw a large piece of paper with a diagram drawn on it. Oh, tournament play. Slavia, don't remember, librarian girl, Elisa, Miku. Forgot his name. I don't know why he's blanked out. Lena. Oh, it's that guy. Never mind. Oh, is that me? And Ilyana. My name was among the players. I guess we have to meet in the final then, huh? And who came up with all this? I pouted. Electronic, who was standing near. Well, of course, it was your most humble servant. He bowed at me jokingly. This made me uncomfortable to the point of squirming. And why in the world am I among the players, then? I was disappointed. A few seconds ago, I thought I still had a slim chance to evade this tournament. Then I wouldn't have to fear Elisa's revenge for not betting with her. But now, this hope was gone. It was pure fortune. Yeah, right, fortune. Except for I was already acquainted with every one of these contestants. While there were a few dozen other pioneers standing in the room, I was seized by anxiety. I had a feeling of being watched while standing in an empty room with no windows and doors. Will there be a prize? Yeah, not getting seduced by Elisa. I asked him lazily. Or, will there be a surprise? Or a prize? Surprise. There probably will be a surprise. I wanted to distract myself with a pointless conversation. Electronic was just about the answer when Ilyana came out of nowhere and started jumping around him. Prizes! Prizes! I heard something about prizes? You know what's the main ethos of the Olympic Games? The answer is it's not about winning, but taking part that counts. What? No. You'll understand when you grow up. She made a wry face and jabbed her Electronic in his ribs. So what about the prize? Well, I don't know. It's not up to me. He made a helpless gesture. Really, if they came up with a stupid game, at least they could have given the winner a chocolate medal or something. Ilyana suddenly jumped and raced off to a destination. Wish I was this optimistic. So what about the rules? Wait a bit. Not everyone is here yet. I looked around the canteen. Elisa, Slavia, Elena, Miku, and Shirk. Oh, Shirk, that was his name. We're here. It seems like everyone is here. Oh, hey, I can stroll with my mouse wheel. Oh, that's so hacks. Oh, man, that's cool. Learn something new every day. Not everyone. Xenia. Oh, that's what her name was. Xenia isn't here. He feels uneasy? Or is it just me? She's not here, so what? Pick someone else instead. No, can't do that, he answers slowly. Because she's one of the main characters. You can't have a side character take the place of a main character. I decided not to ask exactly why I can't do this. I just told you, man. Well, go fetch her something. Or go fetch her or something. I don't know. He can't go. He's the host of the event. Camp leader appeared as if from nowhere. But Olga... Electronic whined. Semyon will go. Of course I will go. Right, Semyon? She looked at me and smiled. Of course. Who else? Where is she? In the library, I guess. Of course. Come on, Semyon. Okay. I dragged my feet towards the door. Please hurry. What's Electronic's problem anyway? Oh, this is going to be my chance to have some alone time with her for the first time, right? Night is coming soon. I thought you said it was already dark. Or night. I was going to take my time, so I slowly paced towards the library. Comrade. But I found Xenia before I even expected. She was sitting on a bench in the square, staring at Genda, who was silent as always. What are you doing? Or, what are you doing here? Everyone's looking for you. Sitting here, as you can see, she's mad. She's pissed. She frowned. Let's go. I don't want to. She looked away. Why? I don't want to. I sat beside her. Listen, I don't like the idea of this contest myself, but we can't let everyone down. I surely didn't sound like myself there. A couple of days ago, I wouldn't even think about saying something like that. Xenia looked at me with surprise in her face. So, everyone is waiting for me? Exactly what was I talking about? Yes. I won't go anyway. She frowned and hid her face. But why? I mushed my arms, wondering. I don't know how to play cards. So what? Same problem here. Then how can you play? What? What? You can only do... Blah. What? You can only do things that you read in books or something? Of course. She was surprised. And what if I end up in Antarctica and will have to rely on hunting polar bears for survival? Or if you... Polar bears don't live in Antarctica. Pfft, silly Semyon. Penguins live in Antarctica. Zena smiled. Doesn't matter, it's just an example. Come on, it's not like someone's life depends on the result. Actually, I think my life depends on this result. She took her time to think. I just don't want to let anyone down. Right. I agreed sarcastically. Or, right. And don't you think anything? I didn't get what she meant, but anyway. Obviously, everyone has their weak spots. In a minute, we both were back in the canteen. Oh, was that easy to convince her? Everyone looked at Electronic. So he cleared his throat. Each round consists of one game. Really? Single elimination? That's lame. In case of a draw, you replay the game. After this, the loser drops out and the next round begins. Since the number of volunteers, he looked at me. Since the number of players, is just 8. We only have 3 rounds. Everything is clear? The crowd cheered. And what are the prizes? The prizes, what are they? Ulyana, cut it. Slavia stepped forward and tried to catch Ulyana. I won't rest until the prize is mine. Seemed like this girl alone had enough energy for a warp jump to Alpha Centauri. I vaguely get that reference, but I'm not too sure where that's from. Someone help me out here. Prizes, prizes! She repeated over and over. Prizes, 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 prizes! Stop it. Slavia tried to reason with her. Electronics seemed to be developing a case of vertigo from all the running around. Let's start already, I said calmly, and added to Ulyana, or you won't get any prizes. Looks like my argument went through to her, and so she took her place. Slavia followed her, giving me a grateful smile as she passed. Pioneers finally settled down. I approached the table that Lena sat behind. You don't mind? She looked up and blushed. Oh yeah. Don't worry, I don't know the rules myself. And how can I be sure that it's not only myself? I sat down. Turns out we'll have to play first round together. Yes. Finally, Electronics started to explain the rules. Oh. Look at the cards carefully. There's exactly 6 of them in front of you. Exactly. I hope everyone here knows how to count. 1, 2, Kappa, Twitch chat. Come on, you can't do this. Wait, can I say that? That's not, I don't know, copyrights. Now can you open them? Oh, wow. Those are some, what? Oh, I thought it was Lena for a second. I was like, that is some really creepy cards, dude. That's some really creepy cards. We got a cat girl, we got, girl with like a flamethrower? I don't know, can't tell. We got a little girl changing. That's really, that's classy. And then we got a girl, showering, I guess. I'm trying to look at the, what is this background card? What is this? I can't even tell. They're like anime girls, okay. After everyone had a look at their cards, Electronic moved on. The rules here are the same as in poker. I hope everyone knows how to play. I knew the rules, but I wasn't sure about the others. First of all, it's a top card, then a pair, then 2 pairs, then 3 of a kind, and so on. In the first round, you choose a card which you would like to take from your opponent. In turn, your opponent can choose to shuffle his cards twice, or you can choose not to do so if he doesn't need the card which you are taking. Take note here that your opponent can see which cards are trading places. In the next step, your opponent takes a card he chooses, and so on. I think it's pretty clear. It wasn't too clear to me. It's not clear to me either. Hey you, Einstein! Ulyana yelled at him from her table. I don't get a thing. You'll figure it out as we go. We got another cat girl who's like pondering life, I guess, while she's laying this on the table. And then here's like a nurse with a gun, grenade launcher. I don't know. Cat nurse girl. That's crazy. Electronic. Oh, and she's naked. That's nice. Am I allowed to show this on the YouTubes? I don't know. YouTube, if this isn't okay, tell me and I can put a black screen over it. Electronic went to a table with a diagram, leaving Ulyana to smolder in solitude. And this is the uncensored, or not uncensored, the censored version. So it should be okay, right? If Steam says it's okay, it should be okay for YouTube. You go first. I hope I could get my mind around the game fast enough. Although I think YouTube is, like, you can have nudity as long as it's not sexualized nudity. But this is sexualized nudity, so I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. Lena, perplexed more than usual, reached out for my cards. What happened? In the middle of the table, her hand stopped. Will you... Oh yeah, I should be protecting my card. What was Electronic saying? Try to confuse my opponent. I can shuffle 2 of my cards. Twice. Or I can choose not to. Should I protect it or not? By the way, I can agree and give the card she chose straight away. Otherwise, Lena can change her mind and take another card if she wants to. Or she might not. Rival, test game. Whose turn? Yours. Game phase, defense, rounds, exchange. What am I doing? So I got the jacks and the queens. Let's go ahead and give her the 6. Yeah? No? I don't know. How do I win? Can I do something? Do it. Exchange. Do I take one of her cards? Here. You can have these two. Oh, I swapped them. Wait. Things were getting clear. Or at least comprehensible. Now it's my turn. I can take back my card from her, or I can choose another one. That was the 6. Let's go for that one. Sure. Lena can try and protect her card. But if I watch her closely, I can take the card I chose, regardless of the movement. Wow. You got me there. Oh, I think I win. 3 of a kind. What up? What is that? I don't know. I made it. Electronic, who was silently watching our game, nodded in approval. Looks like now we're getting somewhere. As I take a sip. Now, during the round, opponents trade cards 3 times. Keep an eye on each other. Penetrate your opponent with your eyes. Thankfully, it's just with your eyes. I chuckled. Penetrate. What's so funny? Oh, never mind. But your eyes are so penetrating right now. I try to keep a straight face. He stared at me for a moment, then moved on. And then we opened up to see whose cards are better. I think I wrecked her, right? Electronic went back to his diagram. So wait, what happened? We traded cards again? This game is this card game is more RNG than Hearthstone. Ha. Jokes. Got some jokes. What am I doing? I'm defending. You can go ahead and draw my card. Oh, you took my... I don't even know what card I actually took. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Sure. Oh, man. That's totally... What? Oh, she swapped. Oh, she wants to take that card? That's fine. You can have that card. I don't care. I don't even know what I'm going for right now. Doesn't that look like her? No, I guess the bangs are a little different. You want a 9? These cards suck. I got a 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that count for anything? Yeah, you got me there. Fail. Do they even have any, 2, 3, 4, 7. I could have gotten a 7 to win. Could have gotten a 7 or had the jack if both of us didn't have anything. Okay, fail. Oh! Wait, I thought I won the first round. Didn't I? Was that just a test round? It's still frustrating to lose anyway. Wait, did Alisa won? Oh, Alyssa won. Oh no. Oh no. We're doomed, boys. Oh, this is so bad. Game over. Game over. I left the canteen. It was still too early to sleep, and a short walk looked like a good idea. Where should I head to? Some bad sportsmanship just leaving. Let's do it. We're going back. We're going back to the infirmary. I just kept stumbling forward, wandering around, and came to an infirmary. If I needed emergency help, then it would be from a psychiatrist, and going to see our nurse didn't even cross my mind. Okay, nothing happened. We're safe. For the first time today, I finally felt how tired I was. There was no light in the window, so Olga must have been sleeping already. Strangely enough, she waited for me yesterday. Yeah, she did. Oh, she's not even in bed. I entered the cabin quietly, stripped, and laid on the bed. Wow, you sleep naked with a girl? Like, in the room? That's some ballsy moves. I guess you've seen her naked, so you might as well reciprocate, right? When you think about it, my situation haven't gotten any clearer today. In fact, I spent whole day doing useless stuff. I would have never even thought about doing something like this in the real world, playing card games. Although I had plenty of time. How much time would I have here in total is still a mystery. Maybe an eternity, or maybe there are a few minutes left only. Yeah, man, game over already. Elise was gonna, like, wreck you with a vicious camp rumor. I just didn't want to think about the past, about how I got into this camp. For the first time in a long while, I felt really tired. Not only emotionally tired, but also physically tired. Psychologically tired, and God knows how else tired. What other ways can you be tired? I don't know. I just wanted everyone and everything to bugger off, starting with my own thoughts. That's another thing I thought only British people said. I guess it's more universal than... Or maybe this was translated from Russian into English, like UK English, not American English. That makes sense, because most people around the world who speak English speak, you know, UK English. I wanted this mess to somehow resolve it by itself, or at least without my active participation. And what if I'm stuck here forever? Then I'll have to get used to it. So just like that, I'm not ready. My consciousness slowly flew away from me, and it progressively became harder to concentrate on something distinct. I didn't see. Go back. Distinct. Perhaps it's better to wait until tomorrow. I rolled over and fell asleep. Day 3? Day 3, alright. Click. And that's a good place to stop. I still keep forgetting how to save. There it goes. Click here. Not load game. Save? Did you save? Oh, click to go here to save. And save game. Yes. Please do. Done! Alright, cool. Next time, we'll see what happens on day 3. So, until then, thanks for watching.